Where are places you can go to meet women? A lot of you guys want to find spots that aren't nightclubs or bars. And I personally think this is stupid. I've said this in too many videos why. So instead of going through a long monologue, I'm just going to put it right here, right now. So there's two frameworks you can take on when it comes to talking to women. The first one is you go direct. You say hi, you say that you're interested very early on, and you lead that way. You lead with interest. Now, the second way is a lot more subtle and very tough to do unless you're somebody who is masculine, powerful, is very assumptive with women, assumes his value with women, which is indirect direct, which is honestly all the spots I'm going to mention need indirect direct style of game, as opposed to a club or a bar where you can go direct because you have anonymity. In these spots, it's going to be a lot more based on social circle. So I want to put that out there first and foremost. Now, with that being said, here are a list of different places that you can go to talk to women. So the first one is dancing. There's a lot of different types of things you can do in this regard. So you can do salsa, you can go to a country bar to do line dancing. I know a lot of guys here in Vegas that use country bars to go pick up girls. Actually, one of the most successful places I've seen guys go to talk to women has been the country bars out here in Las Vegas. Now, again, you're going to want to be indirect direct. Now, the reason for this being is that if you're going direct in a place where there's a tight-knit social circle, I've seen it happen in these kind of venues in the past. If you are not that solid yet, it will come across in the wrong way and you will get a bad name for yourself. As opposed if you let it slowly simmer. If you're a masculine guy who's authentic and enjoys people, it will be a lot easier for you to give off that authentic energy, which is what works in these kind of environments. Authentic to a masculine, powerful guy over a long period of time will make girls interested in you. Now, we'll get to the next part. Hobby-based, recreational sports, hiking, events that you can sign up for online, on Facebook. Go to these things, try them out, do yoga. These kind of events will allow you to be in an environment around other people with similar hobbies to you. And if you choose something such as recreational sports or hiking, you're more likely to get a girl who's fit. And again, time spent towards a common goal is a great way to make friends if you're somebody who's very antisocial. Now, we're going to move down to the next point, which is this one right here is actually just something that I work with my clients on. If you're somebody who is very introverted, just go outside. So I work online. I do YouTube videos full time. So after I'm done with this video, I'm going to have to edit it. Where am I going to edit it at? Am I going to edit it right here at this desk? Sometimes, yeah. But I will oftentimes go to different places. I'll go to a hookah lounge. I'll go to a bar. I'll go to a brunch spot. I'll find somewhere where there's people in my age group so that I can on and off socialize as I'm working. If you're somebody who works remotely, if you're somebody who spends a lot of their time inside, let's say you spend a lot of time inside reading books, go to the mall and read a book in the mall. Now, if you're at home reading the book, what are your chances of talking to a girl are? Now, if you go to a mall, what are your chances of talking to a girl? Even if you're not approaching, 1%, 5%? I mean, that 1 or 5% is a lot better than 0% over a period of time. If you're doing this over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, you'll find that you will also get a lot more social just as a byproduct of making that decision to get into public. It'll be a lot easier for you to converse. It'll be easier for you to have conversations. The amount of times I've been out doing exactly what I'm mentioning right here and just deciding to get out of the house, and then I start dating a girl from, working at a Starbucks, from going to a hookah lounge, it's unreal. And it's a great way, again, to make friends. Girls like guys who are popular. And if you're constantly outside, you're more likely to make friends than you are inside. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into the next one, which is parties, house parties. House parties are a little bit more finicky. Again, it's even more social circle than the other ones I've mentioned before, because if you're in a party, more likely than not, you are good friends with one of the people in the party. And the best way to run a party is, again, indirect direct. Slow play it. Make friends. Talk to the guys and the girls. Talk to everybody. And if you're one of those guys who is cool and fun to have at a party, you're going to get invited to more and more. And the girls that are at these things, there's not as much competition for guys as there are in other environments. So you are more likely to have success in a house party situation, especially if you're somebody who games and goes out and socializes a lot. You'll be better than the other options in the house, which is a dream situation for a guy who is trying to get women. Now, actually, something I forgot to mention. This actually could go into the more. Actually, no, it's its own topic. I'll just mention these spots really quick. Cafes, brunch, Taco Tuesdays. I guess this goes underneath just getting out of the house. So I will throw these into that section right there. So subsection, cafes, brunch, Taco Tuesdays. Now, another place you can go other than bars and clubs is day game. I think out of the bunch of this, in terms of developing your skills and your social charisma and your extroversion and becoming the type of guy that girls are inherently attracted to, this is probably the best. Day game means you go outside and you go to a place where there's a lot of people, where you have more anonymity than you would in the other spots, and you just approach people. You go and see a cute girl, you go direct and you say, hey, you're totally my type. You're a lot better off in day game going direct, actually. So this is also the one where you're more likely to go direct. So if you're somebody who has a hard time with showing intent towards a girl, then, and you're afraid of it, do day game. If you hate nightclubs, you hate bars, go out in the day and approach girls. Now, the last one actually is more for my religious clients. Go to church. Again, not with the intent of approaching girls, because that would not go great, going to church to go and cold approach girls. Not exactly the greatest idea, but just going to, again, to make friends, being masculine, over time developing the connections in the community. If you're somebody who's religious, you probably want to date somebody who's also religious because you have a very strong value system. And if that's the case, go to the place where there's also girls with the same values as you. You'll be more likely to get options instead of just choosing some random girl. You're going to the place where the girls that align with your values are every day. Now, with that being said, obviously, if you're somebody who has a hard time doing indirect direct game, a lot of you guys will try to do indirect direct, which means that you show the intent through your body language and through your tone, through the way you look at the girl and the way you speak. But you guys instead will go full on indirect, assuming that that is indirect direct game. That's not. And full on indirect game is by far the worst strategy out of the bunch. It's not. It's better than the alternative, and two, I mean, it's great for making female friends. Actually, that's probably the best part about it. But if your goal is to pick up a specific girl, indirect direct's the best. Full on indirect is great for making friends if you're trying to build the social circle in the environment. I would actually even suggest doing that initially at first, and then as you warm up in the environment and as you get more popularity in that environment, then start moving into going more indirect direct. Start showing more intent. If you're somebody who has good game, honestly, you should, over the period of time, start getting the girls chasing you without the need to actually chase them back whatsoever. But that is built through cold approach pickup and going direct over a period of time, day game and night game. So yeah, I would still suggest you guys do that. Get yourself out there night game. Again, for the reasons that I showed you guys before in the chart, that is exactly what you guys should do if you guys don't have the skill sets yet developed. Now, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys have any questions, leave in the comment section below. And with that being said, peace.